Imagine a country torn in two, families separated, friends divided, and a people trapped behind a wall. For decades, Germany was split between East and West. Two different worlds, two different ideologies. But in one historic moment, that wall came crashing down. So in this video, we are going to discuss the fall of the Berlin Wall, Germany's journey to reunification. But before we dive into the list, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on our upcoming videos. The origins of division. To understand the reunification, we first need to go back to 1945. At the end of World War II, Germany was left in ruins, and the victorious Allies, the United States, the Soviet Union, Britain, and France, divided the country into 4 occupation zones. Each major power controlled a zone, with the Soviets taking the east, while the Western Allies took the west. Even Berlin, which lay deep inside Soviet-controlled territory, was similarly divided. In 1949, these temporary zones became permanent. The Western Allies unified their zones into what would become the Federal Republic of Germany, or West Germany. The Soviet-controlled zone transformed into the German Democratic Republic, or East Germany. The Cold War had begun, and Germany was at its epicenter. East Germany quickly fell under the tight control of the Soviet Union and its ideology of communism, while West Germany embraced capitalism and democracy. The difference in living standards, freedom, and political systems between East and West was stark. By 1961, the East German government made a drastic move to stop the mass exodus of its people to the West. They built a wall. Life under the wall. The Berlin Wall, a 155-kilometer-long barrier of concrete and guard towers, became the symbol of the Cold War. It not only divided the city of Berlin, but also divided families, friends, and a nation. Life in East Germany was marked by strict control under the Stasi, the feared secret police, who monitored every aspect of daily life. The regime allowed no dissent. In contrast, life in West Germany was marked by freedom, prosperity, and cultural growth. The economic disparity became known as the German miracle in the West. Between 1961 and 1989, over 5,000 people attempted to escape from East to West Berlin. Many succeeded, but others were not so lucky. Some were shot by East German border guards, and others died while attempting dangerous crossings. But change was on the horizon. In the late 1980s, the Soviet Union began to weaken, and with it, so did its iron grip on Eastern Europe. Gorbachev's and the fall of the wall. Much of the change in Eastern Europe came from the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev. In 1985, Gorbachev introduced 2 key reforms: Glasnost and Perestroika. Glasnost allowed for greater transparency and freedom of expression in Soviet states, while Perestroika aimed at reforming the stagnant communist economy. These policies, while meant to strengthen the Soviet Union, actually ignited a wave of protests and calls for greater freedom across Eastern Europe. Leipzig in 1989, where tens of thousands of people peacefully protested against the East German government. The East German government, under pressure from the protests and international attention, made a fatal mistake. On November 9, 1989, an East German government official, Günter Schabowski, mistakenly announced at a press conference that travel restrictions were lifted immediately and without delay. What followed was pure chaos. Thousands of East Berliners rushed to the checkpoints of the Berlin Wall, and the border guards, overwhelmed, let them pass. As East and West Berliners celebrated on top of the wall, tearing it down piece by piece, the world watched in awe. The Berlin Wall, the symbol of Cold War division, had fallen, and with it, the beginning of the end for East Germany's regime. The road to reunification. The fall of the wall was a monumental moment, but Germany's reunification was not instantaneous. In the months that followed, negotiations between East and West Germany intensified. On March 18, 1990, East Germany held its first and only free elections, electing Lothar de Maizière as the country's first democratic leader. He led the negotiations with West Germany's Chancellor Helmut Kohl to reunify the country. Finally, on October 3, 1990, East and West Germany officially became one nation again. But reunification was not just political, it was social and economic. The East faced massive challenges in catching up to the West. Unemployment, crumbling infrastructure, and an outdated economy plagued the former GDR. Nevertheless, with unity came hope, and the people of Germany embraced the challenges of rebuilding the United Nation. A united Germany today. Today, Germany stands as a powerful symbol of resilience and reunification. The scars of division remain, but the country has rebuilt itself as a unified, democratic nation. And the lessons of the Berlin Wall remind us all. Freedom is a force that no wall can hold back. Thank you for watching. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe for more untold stories that shaped the world.